My name is Nancy Boardman, and I'm in the Swansea Public Library in Swansea, Massachusetts, and I'm reading a passage from the Adventures of Huckleberry Finn. Huckleberry Finn, by Mark Twain. The book was banned, challenged for language reasons. Pap, he hadn't been seen for more than a year, and that was comfortable for me. I didn't want to see him no more. He used to always whale me when he was sober and could get his hands on me, though I used to take to the woods most of the time when he was around. Well, about this time he had been found in the river drowned, about 12 miles above town, so people said. They judged it was him anyway. Said the drowned man was just his size and was ragged and had uncommon long hair, which was all like Pap. But they couldn't make nothing out of his face because it had been in the water so long, and it wasn't much like a face at all. They said he was floating on his back in the water. They took him and buried him on the bank. But I weren't comfortable long, because I happened to think of something. I knowed mighty well that a drowned man don't float on his back but on his face. So I knowed then that this weren't Pap, but a woman dressed up in a man's clothes. So I was uncomfortable again. I judged the old man would turn up again by and by, though I wished he wouldn't. Well, 3 or 4 months run along, and it was well into winter now. I had been to school most of the time, and could spell and read and write just a little, and could say the multiplication table up to 6 times 7 is 35. And I don't reckon I could ever get any further than that if I were to live forever. I don't take no stock in mathematics. When I lit my candle and went up to my room that night, there sat Pat, his own self. I had shut the door, too. I turned around, and there he was. I used to be scared of him all the time. He tanned me so much. I reckon I was scared now, too. But in a minute I see I was mistaken. That is, after the first jolt, as you might say, when my breath sort of hitched, he being so unexpected. But right after I see I weren't scared of him at all. I stood looking at him. He sat there looking at me, with his chair tilted back a little. I set the candle down. I noticed the window was up. He had climbed in by the shed. He kept a-looking at me all over. By and by he says, "Scratchy clothes, very. You think you're a good deal of a big bug, don't you?"